Hey everybody, welcome to the new and improved Kendall Live. I'm EJ Paras.
I'm Sara Lambert.
And I'm Laura Musilli. We're going to start you off with some stories about what's happening in music. A recent style shift has sparked much interest in the music industry. Pink's new collaboration with Dallas Green, also known as City and Color, takes the pop star's career in quite a different direction. The pair calls itself You and Me, and their new album, Rose Ave, is due to come out October 14th. In contrast to the pop rock ballads that Pink usually puts out, Rose Ave has a softer acoustic style with folk-like guitar riffs and harmonies. The music on the album is raw and natural, highlighting how well the voices of both artists blend together. Their self-titled song, You and Me, was released on YouTube on September 8th and has almost 2 million views so far. More selections from the album, such as Break the Cycle and Capsize, can be heard on YouTube or on You and Me's official website.
Donald Glover, better known to music fans as Childish Gambino, released 2 ambitious works this past week. These works consisted of a mixtape called Stone Mountain and an EP called Kauai. Stone Mountain was released for free online, while Kauai was released for sale on iTunes and online streaming services. These 2 works are meant to go together as a joint album and can be accompanied by a screenplay written by Glover himself. Coming off of his successful experimental album Because of the Internet, Glover tries to outdo himself with Stone Mountain Kauai, with a focus on big beats and breakdowns, personal lyrics, and blending his rap flow with a refreshing R&B sound. Kauai's sound is an easier listen between the 2, but Stone Mountain has some powerhouse tracks like Candler Road. If you liked Gambino's work in the past and are welcome to some creative change, I totally recommend Stone Mountain Kauai.
3 new albums were dropped on October 7th. Pop-punk band New Found Glory released their 8th studio album, Resurrection, via Hopeless Records. It's their first release since longtime guitarist Steve Klein left the band, but New Found Glory manages to keep their youthful, energetic sound alive. Weezer also put out a new album entitled Everything Will Be Alright in the End. It's got a few super catchy songs on it and a few just alright songs on it, but it's still worth checking out. Minus the Bear also released Lost Loves, a collection of B-sides and older songs that the band recorded but just didn't have the space for. Lost Love still feels like a complete album though, and has a really cool and interesting sound. Coming later this month are new releases from Transit, Lagwagon, and Pianos Become the Teeth. Well, that's all the news we've got for you, but before we go, it's time for our first Quick Fire Challenge. For our Quick Fire Challenge today, each of us will have a few seconds to talk about our favorite albums released in the past year. Lauren, we'll start with you.
All right, cool. Well, my favorite album released this year is definitely Mind Over Matter by Young the Giant. They have some great tracks on that, including the album titled Mind Over Matter, and also Firelight, which has some great, really heavy, important lyrics. And so it's definitely my favorite.
I totally love that album. My favorite album this year is definitely Get Hurt by the Gaslight Anthem. They totally bring their signature New Jersey sound, and they definitely turn up the amp a little bit for this album. Songs like Stay Vicious and Get Hurt totally get the crowd going, and it's a lot heavier than their previous albums. I really dug it. It was my favorite album this year.
Great choice, EJ. Gaslight Anthem, solid band. For my album, I would pick Die on Stage by Hostage Calm. It's Beach Boys meets pop punk, very catchy, very upbeat, uplifting. I'd recommend it to anyone. Well, that's all the time we have. Once again, I'm Sara.
I'm EJ.
And I'm Lauren. Stay tuned, because when we come back, I'll be giving you the rundown on the latest musical happenings on TCNJ's campus. Hey everyone, and welcome back. There's been a couple of great shows on campus recently, and I've got coverage of both of them. The concert series at the RAC continued last Friday with a powerful performance from the indie rock duo Brick and Mortar. The group consists of bassist Brandon Azrath and drummer John Taken. Both are New Jersey natives and longtime friends who have been playing together for years. During their performance at the RAC, the duo performed songs off their recent EP, Bangs. The pair worked the crowd with songs such as Locked in a Cage and 4 Yellow Walls. Azrath proved to be a charismatic and interactive frontman, motivating the audience to get out of their seats, clap, sing, and truly participate in the performance. Taken's electrifying drumming complemented Azrath's showmanship perfectly. The duo worked together to bring the highest energy possible to each song. Heavy bass and pounding drums mixed with electronic sampling give Brick and Mortar a unique style and sound. Personally, I'm excited to see what this band does in the future. And just this past Tuesday night, the RAT was rocked by Stray the Path, with opener Back and Forth. Both of the hardcore acts put on intense sets, where passionate fans screamed the words to the songs and moshed on the stage at times. The set was first back in the country for Stray the Path, after spending the last couple of months touring in Canada and Australia. The group took the show's energy even higher, premiering a new song in the process. Overall, it was a great night at the RAT. The biggest concert of the past week, however, was the annual Fall Concert. For that review, I'll be turning it over to our exclusive LTV correspondent.
Thanks, Lauren. This year's Fall Concert featured the bands We the Kings, The Front Bottoms, and New Politics. All 3 bands tore up the Main Stage Theater in Kendall Hall on Thursday, October 9th. Before the concert, I got the chance to interview the bands and ask a few questions about their music-making process and other topics. Here's what they had to say.
up. And like I just wanted to know like what keeps you guys together and making music, and like does it get hard sometimes to stay together?
I think being friends helps a lot.
It never gets hard. Being friends definitely does help. I wouldn't say that the people that did break up weren't friends. I don't know. I mean,
We're stubborn.
I think we are stubborn. We refuse to
stubborn.
fail.
Don't take no for an answer type of thing.
We're okay with failing.
Yeah.
Like we fail a lot, but to us, like because we refuse to fail, we take that failure as just like a challenge to continue going to better it. There has been a lot of ups and downs in our career, where we'll be playing like 3,000 seater venues all over the country, all over the world, and then after that tour, people have already seen us and they don't really have enough money to go to to every time that we come through the town. So we'll go to playing like 1,000 cap rooms, which is still an absolutely incredible achievement. I don't think our egos. It's all about ego. It really is. Like if you have zero ego, you'll be grateful for one person standing in front.
I think that's what happens with a lot of, not every band, but like a lot of bands. Their ego gets the best of them, and they refuse to play the smaller shows because they're used to the bigger shows. And they in the end it kills them.
I think the most satisfying thing is that we, for me anyway, like when we first started playing, or in any band that I've ever was, like going on tour and showing up at like a event, whatever venue it is, and like having the stress of like, are people going to be here to see us? Are people going to enjoy? People going to know the music? Like that at this point for us, we're not like 5,000 people coming out to see us and stuff like that, but like we're at a point now where it's like we don't really think about that anymore. And it's that to me is like a really, it's so gratifying. Is that a good word?
Yeah, that's a good word.
That's a good word. It's
I'll take
like
it.
it's very gratifying. Like I love that feeling. Just not having to worry. Like people are gonna be there and it's gonna be fun and we're gonna have just as much fun as the crowd is gonna have, and that I love that. Puts a smile on my face.
Yeah.
What are you guys most proud of in your career so far, starting from like early college days to now having a pretty loyal following? So
For sure.
what I guess what are you most proud of in your career so far?
Matt, what do you think?
I don't know. I guess just being able to tour as much as we do and play shows and have as much fun as we do when we're on tour. I guess that, because when we first started the band, we were like, let's just try to tour. Let's go try to make it like across the country. So now it's like we do that. It's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to make music as a job, that's crazy. That's like probably what I'm most proud of.
Yeah, definitely being able to do it. I think there's like, for everybody that's in the band now, it's like this is what we would be doing whether people were coming to see us play or not. So it's nice that it is reward. There are people who are watching us and stuff, which is nice. Very cool feeling. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
The first act of the evening was We the Kings, and lead singer Travis Clark had the whole crowd on his feet for nearly every song of their set. During one of their songs, the band filmed the audience for an upcoming music video, which was a lot of fun and a really cool experience. By the time the band played their smash hit Check Yes Juliet, everyone in the crowd was singing all the words back to the band as loud as they could. Next was the Front Bottoms, an indie band from Bergen County, New Jersey. Transitioning smoothly from song to song, they brought a large amount of passion and raw grit with their performance. The band had giant inflatable letters on stage, which helped contribute to the fun vibe of their setlist, along with singer Brian Sella's signature humor in between songs. During the band's final song, Twin Size Matches, the crowd was so into the performance that a large number of students joined the band on stage and rocked out until the final chorus. The atmosphere was wild, and I think the Front Bottoms were the highlight of the evening. The final band of the evening was New Politics, hailing from Copenhagen, Denmark. This young band showcased top-notch professionalism with their setlist, showing how much experience they've gained from playing with popular acts such as Fall Out Boy and Paramore. Lead singer David Boyd brought an incredible amount of energy and some awesome dance moves during the performance. Their set consisted of hits, covers, and the premiere of 2 new songs. They were a great closing band, leaving the crowd eager for more. Overall, the fall concert this year was a smash hit, and here's to an equally amazing concert next semester in the spring.
Hi ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ryan Farmer-Smith here for LTV and welcome back to our musical segment. I'm here with EJ and Lauren, two musicians from TCNJ, and we're going to ask them a few questions. Hi guys, welcome. First of all, thanks for coming on the show. Tell me a little bit about, first, let's say each of you, why you chose guitar as your instrument to bring today. What got you into playing the guitar?
I was really big into music ever since I was like a little kid. My dad really got me into either classic rock or just whatever he wanted to hear. I just always wanted to. But he could play guitar also, so he definitely got me into playing guitar.
I mean, I'm a big fan of acoustic music, like all types of acoustic music. Like even if there's an acoustic cover of like an actual song, I like that song better. So guitar is like a perfect instrument to replicate that.
Okay. Have you guys become collectors of the instrument? Is this your own personal guitars? Are you guys those kind of people that like to get a lot, or you just stick with one, or what's your preference?
I mean, I have two. This one's my favorite.
His
name is JoJo.
Very nice.
And this is my guitar, Charlie, and I have two other guitars at home, and we both play ukulele also.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. When it comes to your musical preference, what you decide to play, do you just, pick up something when you hear it and you're like, oh, I like that and maybe I can try that on guitar? Or, I mean, what do you do when it comes to practicing, learning new material?
We practice a lot together, actually. We live on the same floor in the towers. So there's always time for us to, like, if we hear a new song, like, hey, we should cover that or try it out. So. And
even our friends on the floor would say, like, hey, I just heard this today. You guys should definitely do it. We try our best. And
we try.
Okay, awesome. And when it comes to personal preference, do you have, any musical influences, any artists that you really specifically love, or?
I mean, a go-to for me is always the Beatles, and I'm really into 21 Pilots right now. I know a lot of people are. They're awesome.
I like them too, and I'm really excited for the Front Bottoms who are coming here. I'm a big Front Bottoms fan, and the Arctic Monkeys. They're some of my favorite artists.
Sure. And last question, looking towards the future, do you have any plans for where you'd like to take your musicianship?
Do we?
I mean, I don't know. For me, it's just kind of a hobby right now. I mean,
fun hobby.
Yeah, it's a fun hobby.
Okay, cool. So you're playing two selections for us today, I believe. What's the first one going to be?
It's a mashup of Riptide by Vance Joy and Little Talks by Of Monsters and Men.
Okay.
So hold my hands, I'll walk through my day.
The stairs creak as you sleep, it's keeping me awake.
It's the house telling you to close your eyes. 2, 3, and 4.
I was scared of a dentist and the dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversation. Oh, all my friends are turning green. You're the magician's assistant in her dream. They come unstuck. Lady running down to the riptide, taken away through the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong.
There's this movie that I think you like. This guy decides to quit his job and he heads to New York City. This cowboy is running from himself. She's been living on the highest shelf.
They come unstuck. Don't listen to the word I say.
Hey.
The screams all sound the same. And though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore. I just wanna know if you're gonna stay. I just gotta know. I can't have it any other way, and I swear she's destined for the screen. The closest thing to Michelle Pfeiffer that you've ever seen. Oh, Lady running down to the riptide, taken away through the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing this song, and I got a lump in my throat, 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong.
Listen to the words I say.
Lady running down to the riptide,
The screams, they all sound the same.
taken away through the dark side. And though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore. She asked me, son, when I grow old, will you buy me a house of gold? And when your father turns to stone, will you take care of me?
She asked me, son, when I grow old, will you buy me a house of gold? And when your father turns to stone, will you take care of me? I will make you queen of everything you see, and I'll put you on the map, and I'll cure you of disease.
Oh, let's say we up and left this town and turned our future upside down. Make pretend that you and me lived ever after happily.
She asked me, son, when I grow old, will you buy me a house of gold? And when your father turns to stone, will you take care of me? I will make you queen of everything you see, and I'll put you on the map, and I'll cure you of disease. And since we know that dreams are bad and life turns plans up on their heads, I will plan to be a bum, so I just might become someone. She asked me, son, when I grow old, will you buy me a house of gold? And when your father turns to stone, will you take care of me?
I will make you queen of everything you see.
And I'll put you on the map, and I'll cure you of disease.